everybody. Thanks for joining me for your work week forecast. Sorry, the forecast is out a bit late this week, but here we go as we're getting to the forecast more in the afternoon. Try to get these out in the morning, but that didn't happen today. So looking at the forecast, we're looking at a quiet start to the week, and then we've got a significant storm headed in our direction Thursday, starting in the afternoon through Friday, and then actually maybe even a secondary wave that kind of heads through heading into Saturday. The storm is going to start probably as some snow on Thursday. Then we're going to see a changeover Thursday night into Friday, into rain. The bulk of the moisture is going to fall as rain, so this is not going to be a big snowmaker. Not exactly what we're looking for, but it is. We have sort of trended back a little closer to normal, although the long-term trend is still not towards normal. Here's part of our big problem here. This big trough across the west that keeps getting reinforced. This is impressive. Definitely massive amounts of moisture first for Northern California, as they saw last week, but this is now translated into Central and even into Southern California. Rain in places they don't get it too often. It is good for them. They need the rain. There's long-term droughts going on, so it's good for them. But what it does is it's pushing all this Pacific air in across the country, and also the jet stream in general is kind of southwest to northeast across the central part of the country, and so it's moving warm air, even Pacific air, and then also some Gulf air in across the southeastern United States, and then certainly pushing that air up towards us. Whenever we get a storm, particularly since the storm track is with this kind of a pattern, it seems to be well to our west. So the only way, and there's no cold air really to tap to the north, and there's no ridge across the Atlantic to kind of force a storm to kind of ride up the coast. That's what we need for snow, and right now, not happening. So if we take a look at radar, like I said, it's pretty clear across the eastern two-thirds of this country. We do have a little bit of a system to our north. That's why there's the clouds around today. We could see a flurry out of this tonight and tomorrow, but I don't think really for most of us in southern Vermont that's going to happen. Mostly just add to some of the cloudiness. Some peaks of sun, and that'll happen both really today, tomorrow, and on Wednesday. In and out of the clouds a little bit. Probably Wednesday's the best chance of sustained sun. But as you can see, lots and lots of moisture across central and southern California, and that extends well inland. The Rockies are getting just blasted with feet of snow, as are the Sierras. So if you're skiing out west, you picked the right time to do that. If you're skiing out east, it's not great currently. There's just nothing else to say about it. In terms of what's going to happen, here is the overall. This is the 500 millimeter, kind of the mid and upper level of the atmosphere. Where you see the red, that's where you've got ridging, and where you see the blue, especially the deep blue, that's where you've got a trough. And you can see that we've got this big trough once again plowing onshore across the west coast. Which is, of course, causing a ridge downstream of it, which is over rarely right now over the central part of the country. Right now, we're kind of in between the two. We're kind of zonal aloft for at least the next day or a couple of days, which is why our temperatures are close to average. But you can see, really, there's no cold pool of air up in Canada even at the moment to tap. Doesn't mean that that's impossible at some point, but there's not even really, it's marginally cold even up there. So that's just why there's just no real hope for any significant snowstorms, at least at the moment. Temperatures, as you can see, building warmth again across the central part of the southern plains and across the southwest or southeastern United States. And again, Canada, this is chilly, but it's January in Canada. Anytime you get above zero up north of Lake Superior up towards Hudson Bay, that's a warm day in this time of year. You can see it is chilly across the west and the Rockies, certainly at elevation. We're getting lots of snow out there. Not overly cold here either, because they're also getting hammered with Pacific air, but cold enough for snow, at least at elevation. Certainly not down in the valleys, but at elevation. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at here. Let's take a look at that forecast for you here. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, temperatures will be a little chillier tomorrow. We do have a bit of a front that kind of a trough that kind of moves through, cools us off a little bit more. So tomorrow we're in the upper 20s, probably the coldest day we've had in quite some time in terms of high temperatures. We do drop back into the middle teens, so that's actually pretty close to normal for this time of year. It's the first time our overnight low, except we did have one day, last Friday into Saturday was down near normal. But anyways, temperatures up in around 30, around freezing on Wednesday. So pretty nice few days here. Good days to get out there and get out there and try to enjoy the snow that is around at some of the higher elevations still here in southern Vermont. Then the big deal, in terms of a storm, Thursday, the storm that's out west starts to approach us. It goes to our west. Gives us a light snow to start Thursday. We could see a little bit of accumulations. Travel could be a little tricky. This isn't going to start till the afternoon. So the evening, if you're heading home from school, when the kids head home from school or later on that evening, could be a little tricky travel. I don't think this is going to be anything devastating or anything like that, but a little tricky travel. And then it changes to rain overnight. So Friday, no travel problems on Friday. And it's rain. It's not enough rain to cause huge problems, although an inch to maybe even a little bit more, inch and a quarter of rain is definitely possible on Friday. So not great. Again, temperatures in the low 40s on Friday. We'll have to see. There is a chance of a wave coming following this along the coast. A couple models have pointed at that with maybe some accumulating snow on Saturday, but that is definitely tenuous at best and really too far out to sea. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here. I will provide more details. I'll have a forecast for you on Wednesday. I'm going to try to do that real early Wednesday morning so that by the time you kind of head out the door in the morning, you'll have it on Wednesday morning. That will give you details specifically on this storm. It's a little too far out to kind of tease out those details, so I don't want to get ahead of myself here. In terms of your work week highlights, clear start to the week with near normal temperatures, significant storm for the end of the week. Precipitation begins as snow Thursday afternoon and then changes to rain during Thursday night into Friday. Some snow accumulation before changeover is possible, not huge snow accumulations, but some. Over an inch of rain possible, and in addition, an additional wave of low pressure could approach the area Saturday. We'll have to see about that with the precipitation type undetermined at this time. It could be rain, could be nothing, could be a little bit of snow there. We'll have to see. That's a little too far out at the moment. Okay, I will be back, like I said, Wednesday with a look at the storm, and then I'm back on Friday with your weekend forecast. Thanks for my patrons who help support what I do here, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I would encourage you to do so.